and welcome back to my kitchen. Now today's recipe is going to be an easy peasy ice cream recipe because the weather is getting so lovely outside. What better way to enjoy it than with an ice cream? So I'm going to show you my basic recipe once again so that you can then add your own things to it, your favourite concoctions. So all we need for this recipe is 2 tubs of double cream. That's 600 millilitres altogether, and 1 tin of condensed milk. And I've got to be careful because I've already undone the top. Sweetened condensed milk. And that's all we need. So before we get started, go and wash your hands, put your pinny on, and you don't have to put the oven on today because we're not cooking anything, but get a couple of takeaway tubs or plastic tubs with lids so that we can put our ice cream in. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so now we're back. First thing that we've got to do is to pop our cream into the bowl, and then we're going to whisk it up. Now, Mrs. Davis has got a freestanding mixer, but I'm not going to use that today because not everybody's got one. So I thought I would use my hand whisk instead. Okay, you can, if you haven't got one of these electric hand whisks, you can whisk it by hand with an ordinary whisk, but it does take a long time. But you do get big muscles after it. So let's pop the second one in. Tip it all in. Make sure it's all there. So we just have to whisk this up until it starts to thicken. And then we'll add our sweetened condensed milk. Let's pop those there. So this is going to be a little bit noisy, okay, but we might speed it up. So I just want to show you what I mean by when it starts to thicken. Can you see there? It's still trailing nicely, okay, but it has got a little bit thicker. Now to that we are going to add our tin of sweetened condensed milk. Now be very, very careful with this because the tin is very sharp. Oops, put that there. I'm going to pour all that in. We've got to make sure we get all of this out. We don't want to waste any. There we go. And this is going to sweeten our ice cream. Just pop that in our recycling bin. And we're going to whip it up again. But we're only going to whip this now for about 2 minutes. There we go. Now can you see it's still drizzling off the whisk, but it is lovely and thick. I'm just going to show you that. Can you see? Oops, a daisy. Can you see that? There we go. So I'm going to pop that down now. Let's lift this bottle up. Now this is where you can start to create all your own wonderful ice cream flavours. Now, it's all very well me saying, oh, pop some raspberries in, pop some mango in. You might not like those, so you can do your own. Now, I did last year make unicorn ice cream. I separated this up into about 7 little pots, popped some food colouring into each one and gave it a whisk so we had lots of different colours. And then I put it in one big pot and I popped little colours all over the place, and then I just swirled it. And we had unicorn ice cream. It was delicious. But anyway, you can add food colouring to it. You can add flavourings. If you wanted to add chocolate chips and a little bit of peppermint flavouring, you've got your mint choc chip ice cream. I like putting this passion fruit coulis in there, just swirling it through, and I'll show you that in one of these in a minute. And one of the other ones I'm going to show you today is your raspberry ripple. So let's just pop that aside a minute, and we're going to get some raspberries and pop them into this container. Gosh, I'm knocking everything today. And we're going to give it, let's pop that up again. Oops. we're going to squash some of them down. Well, actually, we're going to squash all of these down, because what we want to do is to get the juices rippling through our ice cream, and it'll be such a lovely colour. Let's add a few more in here. I didn't realise that you can get wonky raspberries. So we're having wonky raspberry ripple ice cream. There we go. Now to this as well, if you wanted to just leave it plain, add a few drops of vanilla, and then you've got your delicious vanilla ice cream. So what we're going to do first of all, got my one container. We're going to pop some in here. Don't fill it right to the top, because we do want to add all our lovely additions to it. So raspberry ripple, we're just going to dot some of this over the top, and then with our fork we're going to ripple it through and push it down to the bottom. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just swizzling it through and making sure that there are raspberries all over it, and already you can see the rippling effects. Don't want to tip it up too much because I think it's going to tip out. So all we need to do then is to pop the lid on, and then we pop that in the freezer overnight. Depending on how cold your freezer is, mine is quite cold actually, so it's either overnight or for about 6 hours, okay? And then it's ready to serve. Another one that I like doing, as I said, is passion fruit, but also peaches. Chop up some tinned peaches in there with maybe some raspberries as well, just any flavour you want. Now we're going to have enough here for 3 or 4 containers, so we can have 3 or 4 different flavours. With this, we're just going to drizzle it through, and I sometimes, if I've got a mango in the fruit bowl that's going a little bit ripe, I will chop that up and put in here as well, and then we have passion fruit and mango, and then again we're just swirling this in, and this will be delicious. I'm going to pop that there, pop the lid on, and we will be back. I'll pop back in the morning and show you what these are like once they are frozen, and I'm just going to have a think about what I can do with this bit here. I might go and ask Mr. Davis what he would like his ice cream to taste like. Now I know he likes raisins in his, so maybe we'll do, I don't know, ginger and raisin, I'm not sure. Well, go up and ask him, and then I will pop that in the freezer too. So I hope you will have a go at making this ice cream. As I said, we'll come back in, well, in the morning, but it will be in a few seconds on this video, just to show you what this ice cream's like. I'll see you then. Bye. Hello everyone again, and welcome back to my kitchen. Now if you remember, last night we finished making our ice cream and we popped it in the freezer overnight to freeze up, and I wanted to show you what it's like. Now this was our raspberry ripple ice cream. Look at that, and it's all nice and solid like ice cream. And then we've got our passion fruit one. Now in my mug here I have got some hot water. Now I've got an ice cream scoop. If you haven't got an ice cream scoop, don't worry, just use a spoon, but dip it into some hot water and then the ice cream will come out a lot easier. But look at this. I'm going to pop it into a bowl. It's like real ice cream. And can you see, and if you can see, all the lovely ripples of raspberry in there. Now, I said yesterday, my freezer's quite cold. So as you can see, this is frozen really, really well. Let's pop another bit in, see if you can see all the lovely raspberries in there. Now, this one was the passion fruit one. Should we have a look at this one? Let's pop that in there to warm up a little bit more. 3 scoops, that's a lot. Do you know what? I haven't had my breakfast yet. Do you think I can have ice cream for breakfast? I might have to. Let's have a look at this passion fruit one. Oh, look at this. I feel as if I'm in an ice cream parlour scooping up all this ice cream. Are we ready? Let's put it in with the raspberry. And look, you can see can you see the little black bits from the passion fruit? And I want to show you this. Let me have a look over here. Look at that. It's like real ice cream. Now, oh dear, I don't think I'm going to eat all this, but I am going to taste a little bit. Might give it to Mr. Davis. That is just delicious. Let's try this passion fruit one. Oh. That is so good. You've got to try this ice cream recipe. Just takes 2 ingredients, double cream and condensed milk, and then make your own creations. Can be as wacky as you want, depends what you've got in your cupboards. Now I know my little boy Kieran, he chopped up some Mars bars and he swirled Mars bars in this, and that was delicious too. So just anything you want. So until next time, I might have a little bit more. See you soon. Bye. No, I never.